Women's trends in the 60s changed drastically. In the early 60s, Jackie O style was the major trend. The style was clean, simple, well-fitted, along with perfectly matched accessories. The dresses were plain, without colors, and jackets buttoned only with a large top button. However, the trend only continued for a few years. When the next trend inspired by Mary Quant caught popularity, the style went from grown-up fashion to playful youth. The dresses got shorter, and they became colorful, which set the tone, fashion is fun. In the beginning of the 70s, the style was flamboyant. Extreme bright colors were in high demand, along with long flowing skirts. Pants that were normally worn by men were now a part of women's apparel. Another trend that took over the fashion world was suits. In the late 1970s, suits for women had become a part of the new style. Leisure pants, pantsuits, jumpsuits, and tracksuits became extremely popular. Most importantly, women finally obtained the opportunity to wear whatever they wanted. Gender roles still played a part. However, compared to previous generations, women's fashions in the 70s was revolutionary. So, Naman, what is a fad?
A fad is something that is in trend or has been in trend. Some of the fads during this era were bell-bottoms, miniskirts, tie-dyed shirts and colors, and also afros. Most of the fads came from the ongoing fashion trends, as there was a time for all of the hippies. The fads were part of the counterculture happening during the 60s and 70s, where the young generation rejected the norms of the established society and they decided to rebel against their guardians and wanted liberation.
You see, most people during this time period were hippies, and all they really wanted in the world was peace and love. They were very open about things, and they displayed it how they talked, dressed, and acted. There were drugs during this time period, and it was rough to grow up in. Drugs played a huge role in kids' lives, most likely because they were exposed to drugs from either their parents and or their friends. Laws were a lot less strict in the 1960s and 70s, and people took advantage of that. The 1960s and 70s was a time where change was starting to happen. More and more people were coming out, wanting equal rights. Women and people with color were stepping up, wanting their voices to be heard. We hope that you guys learned something useful from this episode. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day, and see you next time.
Created using Powtoon.